I have chosen to carry out a research assignment on the topic of Scandinavian prisons versus Scottish prisons. What want to find out is if Scandinavian prisons are more effective than Scottish prisons. My hypothesis is that I believe that Scandinavian prisons are more effective. My aims I want to find out are: Aim 1. What the public think if Scottish prisons are more or less effective. Aim 2. What makes Scandinavian prisons more or less effective. Aim 3. To find out what the recidivism rate is in Scandinavia compared to Scotland. Aim 4. To find out how much does Scandinavia spends on prisons compared to Scotland. Research methods. One method I used for my research was a survey I made about if Scandinavian prisons are better than Scottish prisons done by the public. I chose this method because it's an easy and clear way of finding the public's opinion on whether they think Scandinavian prisons are better or worse than Scotland. One advantage of my survey is that it was quick and easy to complete, meaning it had a high completion rate, with the average time it took to complete being 132 seconds. This can encourage more people to complete, as it doesn't take much time out of their day. One other advantage of my survey is that my questions were free to type, meaning people could go in depth with their answers, explaining their reasoning. For example, the question, "What do you think makes Scandinavian prisons better or worse than Scottish prisons?" allowed them to go in depth with their answer, giving me more detailed and varied responses. One disadvantage of my survey is that everyone who completed it was from Scotland, potentially making it biased, as people may want to think that because they are from Scotland that our prison system is better. They also may not know what Scandinavian prisons are like and could be unable to give balanced answers. One other disadvantage of my survey is that I wanted to find out what the public think, but only 13 people answered my survey, which doesn't represent the public. This would impact the result, as it doesn't give me a wide variety of answers that a larger sample would give me. One thing I could have done better, if I was to do it again, is I would ask more questions so I could get a more in-depth look at what the public think about if Scandinavian prisons are better or worse than Scottish prisons, as I only asked 4 questions in my survey.